Nothing? Can you guys hear me? Hello. No, there is audio. At least my microphone is working. You guys are trying to drive me insane. Welcome, everybody. I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure it out what's happening here. Let me say hello to everyone. Twitch 375, dude. Welcome to the stream. KDO, thanks for the host, man. I appreciate it. I'm sorry I'm having issues. Playcraft. Ghost Rider. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Mr. Syrian. Hitmax. Mortal. Crude dude. Long time I don't see you. Welcome to the stream, my friend. What else? Hopefully I didn't miss anyone. Tech Void. Welcome, my friend. Clay Cree, dude. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. Let me start opening Unity here. And I don't know what's going on with my thingamajigger here. If I try to audio, go to the speakers. One second. Let me try this. Let me push play here. 1 second. Can you guys? Yeah. So my entire mixer. Can you guys hear the music? Probably not. My entire mixer, for some reason, is bypassing my mixer, and everything is just going to the stream. Nice hat, bro. Thanks, man. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. Let me see. OBS audio. Looks like it's the default audio. Okay, so I guess today audio. Let me do VLC to what's the default now? PC main play. Okay, let's leave that way. Let's leave that way. I don't want to touch it more. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Then go get a new mixer. Yeah, if it was that easy, dude. If I had that type of monies. If I had. Okay, so today we're probably gonna be cleaning our inventory because I want to do some testing with it. But I imagine that most of it is working. So can you guys hear the music or not? Just let me know if you guys can hear the music. Okay, let me push play here and see if nothing's broken. No music? That's super weird. That is super weird. Now what? You still can hear me, right? Yeah. It's crazy. Let me see if I can show you guys here. Let me stop this. Wind sound. Let me see if I can show you. Can I put that in there? Yeah. So see, the problem is this thing right here. This is a USB thing, right? So this is what the computer reads, but no matter what I do with it, this should be the input the OBS should be reading. For some reason, none of this is working, and then it's just going straight to the computer. So straight to the OBS. So I don't know what's going on with that. Because I should have a USB device that OBS recognize, and then all the controllers here. But I guess if you guys, yeah, no mixer, man, no mixer. This is the raw thing. Tomorrow I take a look what it is. Like I'm not gonna be able to figure it out right now for sure. I probably would have to restart computer And I think one of the issues is that I was trying to build that rig right there, and maybe I disconnected something. You got used to your voice before you can get used to your voice. Yeah. I'm trying to play music here, but watch. This is the audio devices. So this is actually what I'm sending to OBS right now. Unless, let me see if I increase this. It gets louder in my headset though. I don't know if you guys hear anything. It's playing. So I'm not sure. Not sure, guys. I'm gonna have to play with it tomorrow and see why it's doing it. I guess today you guys. Oh, you know what we can play? I think this would work. Wait a second. Wait a second. Where is my thingamajigger here? Here. It's so loud. You're such a jokester. Let's see. What? I don't know. I think my audio in my computer is completely broken. Can you guys hear anything? My audio is completely messed up. Well, no audio tonight. You guys are gonna have to find something to listen. At least you guys can hear me, right? That's a good thing. Let's see here, 47. Just continue on. Okay, so we are getting stuff here too. Let me open the other editor. I'm sorry, guys. I am sorry about all this mess. You know, noob, noob streamer. That's what happens. Noob streamer, man. Let's go, guys, to play some sleep. Oh, man. Please comment, subscribe. Just kidding. Yeah, please do. This is my first stream, guys. Well, it feels like it. I didn't start long ago, though. Dude, you guys taught me so much. I didn't even know how to. What? Oh, I updated. By the way, I updated. That's why it's taking longer to load the other editor because I updated to 2017.1.1p3. Katie, by the way, KDO, are you still there? How did it go? You were updating to 2017.3, I think. When you're streaming, how'd that go, man? If you're still in there, welcome to Twitch. Let me see. New one. And there's no way I can even mute my microphone. I can mute everything in here. The only thing that happens, it mutes in my headset, but everything still goes to OBS. KDO is offline? Yeah, well, KDO hosted me. And by the way, KDO, thanks for the host. But he was streaming earlier. I was watching, and he just hosted me. Yeah. So 16, 17. I removed that. what happens. So it looks like there's one issue here that we just found. So then we got the delete being sent to the server. Let me close here, clear that. We should be sending a delete here. So remove this one. Okay, let me close this and remove a bunch of those debug logs in there. Playcraft. Let me make it this bigger so you guys can see it. 140. That's good enough. I am so tired of this inventory, you guys have no idea. I was even thinking the other day I should maybe the smallest man in the room. Thanks for the follow. And by the way, Tech NCS, I missed your follow before. Thank you so much for following. Why am I not getting? What? Can you guys hear? Can you guys hear the sounds for like followers and that type of thing? I don't hear anything. How is this? Just hear you and some background noise. Like he's here or something. Hello. So the background noise is gone, just the AC. Let me play the song here 1 second. To the webcam audio, that's gonna be terrible. 1 second. Settings, maybe that's what you're hearing, but I don't think so. Let's see. Volume mixer. Recording devices. That's, I think this is actually what you guys. Let me see. Can you guys hear me still? You are losing viewer? Am I losing viewer? What do you mean by losing viewer? My headset mic's not plugged in. I have you guys. That's what matters to me. I'm not here for the numbers. I'm not here for the numbers. Let me see. Audio. One second. Recording devices. Hello, can you guys? Hey, I think you guys can hear me. Let me see here. Settings. Audio. Instead of default, let's try 7 and 8.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, I think now you guys can hear me. Now, yes, okay, okay. Now we're getting better. Now we're getting better. Speakers. That one. And then this one on. I have returned with my hot dog. KDO, my man. Thanks for the host, dude. I'm still having issues here. VLC. 1 second here, guys. Audio. It should be fine. Can you guys hear the music now? Hello. Okay. So now we are getting back to normal here. Now we are getting back to normal. Thanks guys for waiting for all this mess. Okay, now everything is normal. Alexa, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Good. There we go, guys. We are getting back to normal. Put this one up. Can someone play the slot machine so we can test it? I think now we are good to go. Good to go, man. And then let's do item base data dot unique ID and item name. Yeah, there we go. I can hear. There we go. Saber. Why didn't Saber didn't work? Do I have the bot open? Yeah. Item name. Man, when I think that we are done with this inventory, there's one more thing. For God's sake, man. Really quick and ask. Java is fine. Dude, that's crazy. The JavaScript backend, dude. Did you end up finishing it, or how did it go? Could you finish by yourself then? It's crazy, dude. Do I have sound? Yes, I do. I don't know what happened with my audio today. Sorry, guys. But I'm glad you guys sticked around. It's everybody the same guys, right? So we are good. Let me see here. What's the filter here? There. Bam. So if I remove this guy, nothing. If I close that, but the website have some functionality. Dude, man, I don't know, like, I probably would be able to do it because I did like web development for so long, but I can't imagine. I can imagine. And how long did you say you had to do the website? It was like how many hours? Crude Wall, dude, I didn't see you for a long time. How you're doing, man? Four out of 8. Nice, man. This is the client. Okay, so I am even adding a debug log to the wrong place here. About 7. Took breaks a lot. Where was it? Like, which type of jam was that? Was like web development jam or something? I'm fine, thank you. I'm good, Cruel, but the thing is, I started, like you said, I started streaming earlier, right? Because I'm working now during the day, so I'm waking really early so I can go to work. But yeah, I get home like really tired and just rest for a little bit, start streaming, and then go to bed, go to work, come back home. And that's pretty much what's happening. Silence! Mystic Cities, welcome guys. How to compare or change graphic resolution by screen or monitor size? It should be done automatically for you, Hitmax. If your question is related, let me put this thing away, otherwise I cannot speak. If you're talking about Unity, depending on how you set up your canvas, it should happen automatically. It depends the size of the device, right? If you're opening in a iPad or in a phone or in a computer, it should resize everything automatically. I don't know if I understand correctly the question, but inventory. Okay, so we have some issue going on here, dude. KDO, I was going to ask you, man, but I think you're getting your hot dog. How did, because you updated to 2017.3 tonight, right? Earlier, at least you were doing it. How did it go? It's working fine? The challenge was making an app that pulls data from the website and uses for something. I see. I see. To 2017 2, not 3. Oh, okay, okay, okay. And is it working fine? Like less crashes or same thing, same crash? Because this one, 2017 1, you know how it goes. It's like crash after crash. Working and start streaming more. They don't even know that I stream, dude. I don't even tell anyone. Not even like, it's very few people from my family that actually know that I stream because I don't tell anyone. The only people that know that I stream, it's you guys. I don't even have any real friend that knows that I stream. I don't say anything. And I think I talk with like 1 or 2 people, like real people. One of my coworkers knows everything that I want to implement in the game. Everything. Because I know that he doesn't know anyone and he's never gonna say anything. Well, hopefully. So that guy knows every single feature that I want to add into the game. In a game, there are many resolutions like 44, I'm asking. With your camera. The animations changed a little bit, KDO. Is something going on that I did not notice? Let me play again here really quick. With the textures, Hitmax, it depends. If I understand the question, my textures, at least for my UI, they are 512 by 512, right? And I didn't, and they scale just fine. The problem is if you're gonna stretch them too big, they're gonna look ugly. But the only work that I did literally with textures was for my building blocks, and I'm using 1024 by 1024. I guess I'm gonna have to test it more and see if that it's good enough or if I need to do something else with it. But at this moment, Hitmax, I don't know. I'm just using 1024 by 1024 and doing that way. I'm probably gonna have to do some tweaks like here and there, maybe add LOD systems and that type of thing in the future. But that's one way to handle it. You could have LODs and then have different sizes of textures, right? Depending how far or how close you are from the object. Well, my wife knows pretty well. My wife knows that I stream, right? Just knows it, but I don't tell anyone. Not even my brother knows that I stream. My brother knows that I'm working in the game. He has no idea which game it is, and he has no idea that I stream either. My stream camera? Oh, did I move? I think because I moved the camera earlier. There we go, maybe that. I moved the camera earlier, KDO, because I was showing the mixer to the guys. I finally got the mixer to work, so that's good. You can crunch the textures on compilation. Yeah, I have no idea how I'm gonna handle that, but probably when I start doing some work in the how the game looks, I probably gonna have to go through all that. James, welcome to the stream, my friend. Just looks different, yeah. Okay, I thought that you were talking about the game camera. Crunch texture is an option on all textures. So we did not implement the remove. That's why. That's why it wasn't working, guys. Add event, remove event does nothing, and update event does that. So let's try go for the remove here. Do they know this true? No, I don't have pets, man. If I... The only thing close to a pet that I was thinking is to build a aquarium with like fish, like a fish tank. Because like I like dogs and cats, but I don't know, inside the house I don't like them. Like at least in my house, like it smells and everything. Because every time I go in a person's house that has dogs and cats, no matter how much you clean the house, it smells like the dog or the cat, right? So that's why I don't like it. But I like the dogs and the cats. Like when I go to my friend's house and they have it, I play with them, but... Is it gone? Okay, so it is removing. Let's try compile the client here and log in. I love my dog, but not the others. I am in the opposite way. I love the other dogs, right? Plus you have to pay for the food and take care of the vet, everything. Exactly, man. There's so much that goes into having a pet. It's not like you can just leave the house and right now, just if I want to go somewhere, I just close the house and I go. I don't need to think anything, right? Oh, I need to put the dog in or whatever, or does the dog have food, that type of thing. It's like one more thing you need to be, you need to worry about, you know. I don't hate animals, man. I just don't like them to have them. I used to have them when I was younger. We had a farm and I had a bunch of dogs, but they would live outside the house. They would not get inside the house. Even the dogs, we could like open the door. The dogs, they would come to the door, but they would not step in. They knew it already, the rules. But they were hunting dogs, right? They had their own house. And they would hang out in their house. Come on. that. Wait a second. I want a cat, but I know it'd probably starve to death because feeding it. Yeah. I will be getting a dog when I get a super stable income. Yeah, that's another thing. Like how much money goes. You know, there's the money. You need to take care of it. You need to clean it. I don't know. So all I have to do is make 2K resolution texture and hope for Unity to adjust. I don't think, I think you should make, I don't know, maybe Mystic Cities know better, but maybe you need to have different size of resolutions depending on the platform that you're going to deploy to. I don't think you want to have 2K resolution textures if you're doing like a mobile stuff, right? And don't love you. I need to do, I need to look all that stuff related with textures, because I know nothing about it. Nothing, man. I never, right now literally what I do, I just create a texture, I put in there and I'm using it, but it's not see, so these textures here is just like it's a nightmare, right? You can even see here my UV wrapping is completely messed up. See that? You can see the thing right here. I didn't even stop to look those things yet. How am I not getting that event? Explain that to me. Get confused substance? Dude, I wish I knew it how to work that thing. That software is amazing. People that do stuff with that. And the what's the other one? Substance Designer and is that material design? No. Removed. Oh. I keep forgetting to enable these things, dude. Playcraft, what are you doing, man? Signing up for AOL? What are you talking about? Do you have like a fax modem or something? You're trying to dial up to AOL? Okay. Jesus. Jesus Christ, man. Dial up. Substance designer. And painter. Yeah. I think that's awesome. Like substance designer, that you can make the materials and then make some properties available on Unity. I think that's amazing. Like you're making a brick wall or something. You can tile the bricks and that type of thing. So we are getting failed. Failed to update charcoal. Why? Because the charcoal is not being removed from the server. I am stealing your code. Yeah, man, go for it. I live in a cave. I tried clicking and said expired. That's the link for the Twitch community. That was the invite for the Twitch community. I don't know if I have it here. Maybe I think Syrian has the link. Syrian was like dominating in there. If you guys want to team up in that thing to do something, that would be awesome. If I don't know if Syrian is watching, but as soon as he show up, I'm gonna ask him if he has the invite link. I probably can find the invite, but I would have to open the app. Remove item. So that was removed from the server. we don't need to call the client. Remove item. Let me double check something here. Brian, what's up, Brian? Welcome to the stream, my friend. My password. I can see. I'm not gonna say the password because I see your password. You see asterisks and stars, but I can see your password. But I'm not gonna say on the stream. Otherwise, everybody gonna know your Wi-Fi password. Just to let you know. I have something in my chat that can read the passwords. That's true, man. I'm not making that up. Mortal knows about it. What was that thing? Like, oh, you see stars, but how is that thing? Do you guys have the link for that thing again? Dude, that was like the best thing ever. Remove item. My password is asterisks. This should be removing the item from the server. What was it? I think Dino sent over that that link. You sent the link? Let's see here. What? No. That's not what I was looking for. Oh, there we go. Hunter 2. That's what I'm talking about, guys. There you go. Dude, that's unbelievable. Calling remove from server. Okay. Let me go with this client here for a second. By the way, I don't see the... Let me open the boss fight. because I don't see it. Oh, is it Playcraft? Let me make this smaller. There we go. Now I can see it. Ten asterisks. There we go. So now it's working. So if I remove from here, creates in there. If I remove from there, so yeah, we have an issue here. Dude, what's going on? So now it treats as if the inventory is full. And the server is fine. So we have an issue with the client. So 3, 4, if I remove that. Yeah, it's creating a new thing. It's thinking that for some reason the thing is still being used. Oh boy. If you guys need help, let me know. I end up back here every time. Thanks for stopping by, man. Mr. Syrian, by the way, now that I see that you're playing, do you happen to have the link for the Twitch community, the invite to send over to James? I think I sent to him, but expired. I don't know if you have it handy. If you don't have it, I can send to him later when I get to it. Heal XP. What do you mean heal XP? I don't even think I had a command that was heal XP. If it's server. I'm so tired of this inventory. I was even thinking to take a break of it. Stew Toad. Welcome, my friend. Oh, there we go. Thanks, Syrian. That's the link, James. And everybody else, if you guys want to join, you guys are welcome. I probably didn't play craft. Okay, this would work all the time. Senior, welcome, my man. That took me back here. Guys, if I don't finish this inventory tonight, I'm gonna take a break from it. Literally, I will. I am super tired of it. I may need to change how everything works, because every time that I try to do something, when I think that I'm done, I have one issue, right? So before we had an issue that we have everything working, remove, update, and add items, but the updates on the clients were not working. Now the updates in the clients in this implementation are working, but then when we remove items, or probably even when we add items in the client side, that's not working. So if I remove this from here, it's gonna add one here, because it thinks that this thing here wasn't used. Yeah, so now, 1 second here. I remove that. Server is updating stuff here. Now we have everything out of sync. Okay. So if I remove that, yeah, things are getting out of sync here. Yeah, I'm using Unet, James. Which system are you thinking to use? The only reason that I'm using Unet, it's because it's built in, and I know that Unity will be taking care of it and updating it. I know that other people will do the same, but I don't know. I just think that would be super easier just to have something built in, so I don't need to, you know, look for packages or download new stuff, or if Unity updates something, wait for the third party to upgrade their stuff. I don't know. I guess my idea is kind of like the less things that I use, you know, like the less third-party stuff that I use, the better. That's how I see it. Even with plugins like asset store stuff, I guess the less you use those things, the better for you in the end of the day. I want to host my server on a computer here, but you can do that with Unet. I can literally run a headless server of my game, and I actually have a version of my game that runs even on Linux. and it's using UNet. It's pretty straightforward. No UI, nothing. And by the way, the server, like the day that I tested my server for this game, my server was running in a Raspberry Pi. The server for this game was running in a Raspberry Pi. Of course, maybe would handle 2 or 3 players, but it was running in a Raspberry Pi just fine. With like 2 players, like I test normally, it would run fine. But that would be like crazy, you know? Nobody would be really using a Raspberry Pi to host the server. Okay, let me try one thing here. Actually, Hitmax, this game run on Linux. I just need to do more tests on it, but in theory, even the game should run on Linux. I just need to see the keyboard and that type of thing for to add a controller, but using keyboard and mouse, it should work fine on Linux. Yeah, but you don't really need the relay servers from Unity though. I'm not using anything from Unity. And my thing just works fine. I have a custom relay thing. It's not a relay per se, like a fully implemented relay. But it just handles the connections between the servers and the hosts, and the servers and the players. And that works fine for me. What? Now looks like it's working, but let me throw away all this garbage. Okay, so looks like we just had to refresh the inventory in the client side here. Otherwise, the slots would be in use. Yeah, the only thing that my code does... So, let me stop this guy here for a second. So, I have a PHP code. That's why I'm saying it's not a real relay server. It's just a server that has the information about the hosts. And then you as a client, you would be querying that server, and the server would say, okay, here is the list of servers that you can connect to. So, when I add the email and the password here, I click login. So at this point, I have a token from the PHP server saying, okay, I'm allowed to make requests. So it like I am authenticated user on that server, and that server kind of controls who can play the game or if you can play the game or not, because if you're not authenticated in there, you'll not be able to log in. So you would not have access to the game server. And then when you go to connect, this is actually making a request, a web request, and say, hey, I need a list of all the servers that are online right now. So I just have 2 examples here, right? And this some host is this server right here. When I click here, what it does, it says right here, if you guys can see the debugs here, the only thing that does, it gives to my client, which is the IP of that host, right? So this is the different server where I do the request for the login. So this is in my internal network. And when I click some host to connect, it knows that the IP is the IP of this machine and knows the port that this server here is running. So when I click connect, this client connects to that IP. So this is how I do it. So when I start the server here and I click start, that would start the host and automatically register itself with the relay and say, hey, this is my IP and this is the port that I'm running, and put myself in a list, right? And then when I go with this guy, I receive the list. When I click in the button, I just use the IP and port to connect to that specific machine. So it's very simple. It's not something super crazy. But do you host that? Yes, I do. I host that. I have a... I think I was even working... Where is it? I have a backend that I could go into to manage that. To read. Where is it? Bunch of KDO stuff. I need to actually go and take a look at those things, man. Do I have... Let me see here. Let me take off the screen. I'm gonna find here, guys. Yeah, so I think this is it. So hosts, see that I have the 2 hosts that are in there, the super awesome server and some host, right? And I could go and add it and say active or inactive. I have a list of users, and those are the hard-coded email that I have in there. And then I have the game keys that I could generate game keys, because if you go... So with the game keys is how you register to the server. Dr. Argus, welcome, my friend. So if we push play here, and if we had a game key, we could go to register and then enter that game key, enter the player tag, and this is how you register yourself as a player. And then as long as you register yourself as a player, you can log in because you would be in the system, right? So you log in as user 1, and then as soon as you push play here, this would register this machine as a server. So some host 1 is public. So that's how you do it. So if I click play here and connect, I need to add a bunch of more things, but this is the beginning of it. Some hosts. and it connects fine. Let me catch up in the chat here, guys, for a second. Yeah, the only problem with dynamic IP would be, let's say if you run the server and after the server registered with the API, if after that your IP changed, then that will be an issue because everybody would be looking for the old IP, right? But normally every time that you would run the server, it would register itself again. So normally I would know the current IP that you're using, right? The only thing you need to do is just run. You just can be sure that hasn't changed for day to day. Yeah, so let's say if you register and leave the server on and for some reason your IP changes, then that will be the issue. But normally, even at least for me, I have dynamic IP in my house. In my IP, it doesn't change that often. I can even sometimes reset my modem, everything, turn it off and turn back on. And sometimes it picks up the same IP that I had before. So, at least for me, it's not something that changes, you know, every time or something. It doesn't, Playcraft, it doesn't send pushes. It only sends when you start the server. When you start the server and say, okay, what's the IP, what's the port, and I send that to the API. That sends to the API and generates this list right here. Right? So click play. Come on. So it generates this list right here, right? So after this point, if your IP changes, then you have an issue. But as long as you started the server and your IP is the same, you can click here and this would connect to the right machine, right? So your server just sends one time when you start the server, say, hey, please register myself as a server. Here is my IP, here's my port. Everybody that tries to connect to it, send to this IP and to this port, right? I don't know which IP it binds to, but my external, I'm talking about my external IP, right? Because my house here is crazy. I have my modem from my ISP, and then I have a router. After that router goes to a firewall, and then from that firewall goes to a switch, and then I have two subnets. One that's for my Wi-Fi, and another network that's for the wired network in the house. So every computer that has a wire connected to it goes to one network, and the wired network, it has access to the Wi-Fi network, right? But my Wi-Fi network does not have access to the wired network. So where I have my NAS and everything, wherever is in the Wi-Fi, you don't have access to it. So if a friend of mine comes to my house and say, oh, can I use your Wi-Fi? Yeah, I can give them my Wi-Fi. They're gonna have access to the internet, but they will not have access to my the one layer under internet. It's kind of like a crazy stuff, but that has nothing to do with my external IP. My external IP, who provides that, is my ISP, and that's what I was saying. It doesn't change often. I can reset my modem and everything, and sometimes it even pick it up the same IP that I had previously, right? for my Apache server. Yeah, there is some Linux servers that they are super affordable, and you can do that. You can just host, just like KDO said, like a Apache server or an Nginx server. I would go for Nginx instead of Apache, but wherever is the server is just like a web server that you need. Put your PHP files in there, and then from your game, make requests to that server, say add, register a host, or that type of thing, and that server would be handling to pass the IPs and ports to the clients, and then the clients would connect to the servers that they are looking for. DigitalOcean servers, $5, yeah. Yeah, I used to use DigitalOcean, but then something happened. I think they got hacked or something, and they sent me a message saying, oh, your account got hacked or something. There was like suspicious activities in your account, and they made me send a copy of my ID to them to actually prove that it was me. I got so upset and say, dude, you got hacked, and now for me to get back to my account, or even for me to cancel my account with you, you're asking me to send a copy of my ID. Like, not even no one that I know of would ask for me to send through an email a copy of my ID, but I end up sending it, and I never use their service anymore. Nginx, PHP, FPM, yeah. Yeah, but what? Oh, probably I messed up things here. Playing around. Yeah, but I used to use DigitalOcean. I guess if you never had problems with them, they are good, but I don't use anymore. Let's say you just lost me. Another server under my PayPal. Yeah. I don't know. And I have another company that I have my servers with for like years and years, and I never had an issue with them. And literally, I don't need all that fanciness that DigitalOcean have for deployment. I don't even use those tools. It's just a Linux box. I can do everything that I want. You know, I SSH to it and I do whatever. I can install anything I want. I can run any service I want. That's pretty much it. All that I need. Okay, and we need to add. So looks like there's an issue when we drag the item. If we hold the item and the server is trying to update, see the new reference here. Yeah. See? In there. So every time that the server updates something, it puts the item back in there. I'm gonna tell you something, guys. A single player is a way easier to build. I'm gonna tell you. Yep. And this inventory is the biggest problem with that inventory is that the server is updating the inventory and the player is actually handling the inventory as well. That's the big problem. Because the loot boxes, that's completely fine because the server doesn't update the items in there.
My name is Jeff.
Doctor.
My name is Jeff.
Dude. Thanks for the sub, man. Appreciate it. The good doctor, man. That scared me. Oh man, doctor, thanks for the sub, man. I appreciate it, man. And enjoy the emote. Thank you so much, man. I love the alert. Yeah, man. Enjoy. Appreciate it, man. So yeah, the what I was saying, the loot boxes has no issues because you have only the client side doing updates. The biggest problem is anything like the campfire, furnaces, that type of thing that we get updates from the server and the client could be handling the inventory at the same time. And we have that issue that right here we're just trying to solve. If the player is just holding the icon, holding the item, because let's go here, let's go to the campfire. Maybe I need to change how everything works because of the network now. So if I just hold this thing is not in the inventory right now. This thing is in limbo, right? And you're gonna get, see, we have an issue here already because it's not finding the item. As soon as I place that back, then we should be good. Let me see. Is it updating? Just give it a second. Yeah, I think because of the exception now everything stopped, but I may need to do a big change here. New doc. Life-threatening decision. We just move these up so we can avoid that exception. We should actually fix that, but instead of just, I just want to pass the exception at this point. Yeah, so that's the thing here. And Unity just crashed on me. So I may need to keep the reference because what's happening here is that, let me show you guys really quick. Oh, I need to reopen Unity. Because if I don't parent this slot to the canvas, this slot go underneath the other slots. So this is what happens. Maybe when I do that, I should keep a reference to the inventory onto that item that we are dragging. So right here, if we take a look in our canvas here, oh, I don't think you guys are gonna be able to see it, but as soon as I take this item from here, if you guys can see right here, pay attention in that area. As soon as I move this up, see that I have the UI inventory item, so I can drag, and that thing is gonna be on top of everything, right? So you have the item on top of all the UI right here. But that needs to be done. Otherwise, if this UI here is in a different order, I would go with my item underneath it. And that's not what we want, right? So where is the inventory right here? So that is the thing that we are moving. Watch that thing. See, it goes out and now it comes back, right? If we put here, it should show in there. So watch. And when I move from one to the other, they switch, right? These two items here, UI inventory item, they switch in the UI. And what we are trying to do is this thing right here, this slot. We are looking for the for this slot, and we're trying to get a component that's not there anymore. Where is it? So we are looking for this slot here, right? But that component's not there anymore. That's the thing. That's the exception that we are receiving right now. Floppy, welcome to the stream, man. Huh. That's very frustrating. And with this inventory here, there is no issues whatsoever. I can put wherever I want, right? And this will be the only client handling that inventory. Because if I come here with this client, KDO, by the way, are you going to have a UI for your inventory stuff? Because I don't think I ever see the inventory. Did you ever start working on that? See that with this client here, I'm not able to open, right? I can only open that thing because this guy has the thing open here. If I close it, right, now I would be able to open with this client, and then I have everything that the guy put in there. So I can take this out, I put that knife in there, I can close it. Now this guy would be able to open, and then we have the knife, right? And that works completely fine, right? The problem we have is with this type of inventory. My internet just randomly went down. Yeah, I was asking you, KDO, are you working in the inventory for your game? And I don't think I ever saw if you have a UI for inventory items and that type of thing. Because this is kind of like an annoying issue right now. Probably it's because of my implementation though. Because see, this type of inventory, the server is actually changing the inventory as we are looking at it. We can add stuff to it, right? So we add a knife. Still the same. Yeah, so we add the knife. Now we get the knife here. And this is still updating, right? So we have two entities changing this inventory on the fly. And then we have the problem like, okay, this client removed that thing from there, okay? We go to the server. So looks like the server found an empty slot here and started adding charcoal to it. So if we remove these two here, it creates an error. But let me remove that and just wait. See, I removed that item from there. The server should be adding one item in here, but it still thinks that this slot is in use. So let me remove, see, it adds in there. If I remove that, probably gonna add in the corner here. Yeah, so if I remove that, you're gonna generate a drop because it thinks that the inventory is full. So see? And now it's not even stacking anymore, just adding. I don't have any serious inventory implementation in my game, just held items. Add Twitch integration so we can mess with the inventories. Readable. I guess if you get used to C++, it's not a big deal. See, the server kinda had the idea what was in the inventory. 1 second here. Let me try to do something. Error. That. 1 second, guys. One second, guys. I've been thinking. And I lost my method. Oh, Jesus Lord, oh. There. Not so bad as long as you don't skip the comments. Still favorite language. I like C++, but I like C++ to work with like really low level stuff. Like you spend the entire day to make like a LED blink somewhere, right? But I think that's fun. So this would be nope. String. Were you sure kidding? Oh, silence the oh yeah. Syrian Mr. Syrian posted the command. The spin command changed. Okay, let's see if that's working. How do we spin? There's what's the command? No. Right here. I forgot. I forgot the command. That's what you do, man. It should be saving. Why is it not saving? Oh, don't crash on me. It's passing by reference already, right? Yeah. Save inventory. I think it should be passing by reference already. Doesn't seem to work. Let me try. It's working for me, unless if you don't have, you need to have 100 XP. I'm assuming you have that. Yeah, you have 7,000. It should be working. Try whisper Botweiler anything and then try the command. Because I remember some guys saying that first time it would not work and then after would work. So maybe. For some reason that's not working. Because that was not a whisper. It doesn't work with the Twitch beta site? Maybe that could be. I'm using this thing right here. Is TMI JS. Maybe they need to update their API. Maybe something's missing. Because I know that Twitch is changing a bunch of stuff, so maybe, or maybe it's even like a bug in their library. Not sure. That should be update event. We are server. Update event was called. Man, this inventory is driving me bananas. I need to find a way to handle this. Because the server and the client, they could be doing changes at the same time. Mr. Syrian, congrats, man. Is it being called? So we are receiving 2 updates every time because we are updating the wood stack and the charcoal stack. That's why we get 2. Okay, so we are receiving that. My goal here, what I want to do, I want to save that inventory. Update item. is from server. Oh, I see. So if it's from the server, we are just sending the message to the player that's actually looking the inventory. And that will just update the player inventory after this point. So the saving here needs to happen before that. So this thingamajigger here, because after that call we are executing this code right here. 1 second, guys. I think there's a spider in the house. I just heard Jazz screaming. 1 second, be right back. A spider, man. It wasn't a spider. Dude, like, Jess is funny. She was just like a little fly, dude. She's like, oh my god, there's something on me, there's something on me. Jesus, man. What I was doing, okay. Yeah, so we need to save that here. Or even better, from server object ID. Yeah, we're gonna have to save it here. So we need to find the network inventory here. I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this. See? See why I'm not liking it? Because of that. We are doing that in there. And then add inventory equals to inventory's I. Unique ID, and let's just do a items count here. Slots need reset? You guys broke it. Get items count. Let me reset. You guys finally broke it. Is it good now? Okay, let's try it. And there's one more thing that's I'm gonna show you guys. That's why I am looking for multiple inventories here, right? I'm gonna show you why. Because some objects in the game, they have multiple inventories on them. Let me show one example. Should be working. Yeah, it's working. Someone just spin it. So if we go to this door right here, we don't have the outer lock, but we would have access to the outer lock here, and this would have an inventory, right? And then when we go to the inner lock, we have this other inventory right there, right? So we could have multiple inventories in the same game object. That's why. And that's broken. But that's why I'm looking for multiple inventories in there. Of course, in this case here, this will be one inventory and this will be one inventory, right? Saving inventory, 3 items. Okay, so now that's working. Let me go back here. Nice way to set a code. Let me remove that. I'm gonna take a break from this inventory here because I need to change a bunch of stuff. Because I'm just trying to fix it with the manager, but just trying to fix the manager is not going to solve my issue. I always get into a point where it works 80%, but the other 20% doesn't go, right? So I need to do some changes in the entire inventory system. And I'm getting tired of working on it, to be honest. I'm not touching anymore. It's just XP shower and then the amount you want. But it needs to be... Try it. But it needs to be... I don't know how many people are watching. So let's say if there's 10 people watching, minimum would be 10 XP, right? Because you need to be able to give at least one to every person. That's how you do it. But you need the exclamation point. Exclamation mark. Oh, Unity is going to crash on me now? Is it? Yep. Completely frozen. Closed program. Is Unity 2017 2 is crashing still for you, KDO? Man, oh man. Dude. Playcraft, thanks man. Appreciated the free XP. Uh, 2017.2 is still crashing for you? So annoying, man. So annoying. Did you ever try to figure it out? What's making it crash? Did you ever look the crash dump? Because I'm not even looking at that. So I have no clue why it's crashing it though. So it's updating. We know that we have a bug. If I have this item, see? Now we get that error that we added. The item is being held by the player. There we go. Yeah. So we know that we have that one. But now no reference. But now, why is it that when I remove generate drop on end drag? I didn't drag that out of the inventory, did I? It's a deadlock with something right into disk. My clue the other day, well, not the other day, but when I started, when I first got the 2017 this table, I remember getting issues with SQLite, and my guess is that because we are using symlinks, we have two editors open. So if for some reason one editor is trying to change SQLite while the other editor is closing or something, that could be. Because I remember receiving messages about SQLite being locked. So that I am using UNet, and welcome to the stream, man. I'm using UNet. It still crashes on known symlink projects for me, and I don't use SQLite. So I run out of ideas, because I thought that could be that. I remember getting so many issues with SQLite in the beginning, then after a while, after a couple updates, I didn't get anymore. Super unstable, yeah, that's for sure, but something silly that they're doing, man. I need to close the server now. We got stuck with the thing here. I think the latest Unity editor that I had that was working completely fine was 5.6. 5.6 was solid. I didn't have this type of crashes with it. After I went to the beta, everything is breaking now. All the time. It seems every update tons of crash fixes. Yeah, I always see that. Yeah, 5.6 was the best, man. And the only reason that I'm not using 5.6 at this moment, it's because the nav mesh stuff, the new stuff for nav meshes, and the updated .NET profile. That's pretty much all the reasons that I'm using 2017. Other than that, I could be using 5.6. F1. Do they have 2017 to F1 already? It says version 2017 1.1. F1. Oh, it's release candidate. Okay, so it's not there yet. Did I get that exception here too? No. Well, I do. UI inventory item. It came out Friday. I hate the version numbers now. Switch to Unreal. F. Huh. It should be, at least in my mind, our release candidate would be like 2017 2 dot wherever RC1. That's release candidate. So yeah, so it's still in beta. Let me see here. Right, because release candidate, normally you would see RC instead of F1. So release candidate and they have a F on it. Next release they're gonna put FU. Huh. I don't know. That's what they're gonna do. Menu switching. By the way, Mystic Cities, is your game going to be multiplayer or no? That looks good, man. Is it going to be multiplayer? Dude, you better get prepared. I don't know what you guys think, but to me, just adding multiplayer into the game, it's kind of like, it's a way more work. It's not just like, oh, it's a little bit more work. It's a lot of more work. Everything, player movement, everything needs to sync, audio, animations, inventory. It's a lot of more stuff, man. Esports ready. The item is null. Why is the item null? On and drag. Item is null, and that item is being added by the server. Already implemented animation and audio sync. It's okay if I copy your Discord link to my Twitch site. Yeah, man. You guys, I was even telling the other guys the other day. The Twitch is like, it's not my Twitch or wherever, it's our Twitch. And you guys know what we are doing on Twitch, right? We're just helping each other out. So if you want to invite people that need help for into the Discord, or if you find people that knows coding and want to help, you guys are more than welcome to invite those people, man. It doesn't need to be me inviting, right? You guys can invite. Tempo de jogo. Thanks for the follow, bro. By the way, are you from Brazil? Are you from Brazil? Thanks for the follow. No, I don't have on itch.io yet. What I'm gonna do, I'm not, if I can speak, I'm not gonna post anywhere. Tempo de jogo, welcome, man. I'm from Brazil too, dude. What I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna post anywhere. I'm just gonna create a pre-alpha, and I'm just gonna give you guys a copy of it when I get like a pre-alpha, right? Does mean it means time for game, or time of the game. That's what it means. His username. By the way, if you guys are new here, there we go. Don't temos vários brasileiros no chat. That's awesome, guys. Dude, what you guys are doing? It's like 4 o'clock in the morning for you. It's like 3:30, doesn't it? What are you guys doing awake at this time? Jesus Christ, man. Right, because for me it's like 10:36. You guys are what, like 5 hours ahead? What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Game dev lifestyle, there we go. Nothing to do tomorrow. That's the life, man. 3:30, Australia. Sam. Yeah, so Sam and Mr. Syrian are from Australia. Tempo de Jogo and Virus are from Brazil. Then the other guys are USA. I'll take it. Not everybody, but Germany. Yep. Virus. Thanks for the follow, bro. Am I missing followers? Kaku's Hanak. Thanks for the follow. Skolo Town. Thanks for the follow as well. And Virus. Thank you. I'm sorry. For some reason, my thing messed up in there. 1:30 Florida. Oh wow. Dude, did you the tornado, dude? Weren't you scared? I would have left. I would not be there. No way, man. No way. Feels like a raid, yeah. It's like a follow train. Even my stream labels got messed up. Say, what's happening? The item is null. Okay, let's give it a second. The item is null. How is that even possible? I am checking for the item here. The item is not null. That's being added to the server. What? I'm not even using this anymore. Send to client. So it should not be null here to begin with. Let's do serializing new item. I was born in Brazil. Which state do you guys live in Brazil, by the way, if you don't mind me asking? I live in California, but I can speak Portuguese. Like, I need to flip my brain to speak Portuguese. Today I was talking with my mom, and I need to stop and think about it, because sometimes I even forget some words in Portuguese now, but I need to kind of concentrate and like flip my brain, because my brain is so used to talking English all the time that sometimes I'm talking with my mom and then I switch talking English and say, and she like, what are you talking about? She doesn't understand English. And I forget that I'm talking English with her, and then after like 2 minutes, it's like, I didn't understand a word you were saying. See, KDO? Are you watching, KDO? Watch this. This is what I was talking about. Opening file, blah, 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 blah. In-world items, bytes, journal. And this is a SQLite file. Right? And I close this player here, and then this player throws me this message. Right? See? And this is the project JC. So that's what I was talking about. For Squid, probably this is gonna crash. Yeah. So that's the issue that I was talking about. I don't understand English either, the only language I know. I understand some words from Portuguese because I can speak Spanish. Yeah, it's like if you're reading in Spanish and reading in Portuguese, it's very, very similar. The problem is when you're speaking Spanish and you're speaking in Portuguese, the accent's completely different. So it's harder to understand when the person is speaking. But you can probably pick it up some words here and there. But if you're reading, it's way easier. I just want to check if my serialization here for some reason is failing it. It's alive. Why do you have that way? Why do you have different type of inventories? Character inventory? Menu item? Are you doing different types of... That looks good, man. The animations looks good. My inventory doesn't even have animations. It's just like in and out. Like fade in and out. I'm scared there were no bugs. Playcraft, dude, Playcraft. If you wanna find bugs, just give to Playcraft. And just wait for the list. Just for testing, the pages will be different. Okay, okay. Dude, Playcraft found some bugs on KDO that, like I said, dude, how do you even do that? And Unity crashed again. Holy moly. How do you even think about doing these things? I remember like one day Playcraft was showing something to KDO. So KDO is streaming, and then Playcraft was playing the game, and he found like a bug. And KDO came over and said, and then he explained the bug, and KDO, okay, I see it. But KDO was kind of like, dude, how did you even find this thing? How did you even did this? It was just crazy. It was with the building blocks, right? I remember one of the invisible build block that actually the block was there, but you could not go through it. I remember that one. Are we getting good items in the client? Okay, let's open the UI. Adding good item. So the 3 items have the item, have a good item on them. If I remove it, item is null. What you're talking about? And that's a bug probably because of the network, right? I'm not updating these slots the way that's supposed to. If an item is equal to no return. So I don't understand it how it gets in here. Oh, right here. Temporary slot, remove item by ID. But now, probably our item is not going to be removed. Yeah, I don't see that emoticon as well, Ghost Rider. I find the bugs while KDO writes on the stream. Oh, I see. Yeah, because normally when I am working, I test it, but you get, as you're testing it, you get in a flow of testing, right? And sometimes you change something here and there, but it's really good to have someone that did not work at all in the game to test it, because they probably gonna go all over the place testing things, right? I think my guess right now is that I am not updating the UI at some point, and that item is being null for some reason. Because the server is sending the item just fine. Jetro Codes! Welcome to the streamer, man. The server is sending the item just fine. There we go. This is super scary, man. Was that a bug in there? Why? Now am I thinking, why did I have this line here? Right? Why? Is that a bug or that line should be there? That's the most scary thing in life. Seems to work. Dude, that's super scary. Like, why did I have that line in there? Oh boy. Playcraft, you're gonna have fun with this inventory, I can bet you. I can bet you're gonna have fun with this thing. Can we split? Now what? Looks like the server is good with that, but did the server got the split? Looks like it got the split. Drop that one out. Split this one. No reference. Oh, show items details. This works, this works. Wood does not. Works, works. Nope. And this item is messed up right now. See, the server still have it. If I remove from here, turns off. So see why I need it? Because that removes the item from the inventory, that from the slot that's coming from. So then this could be related with the stacking, right? Because the stack would have the same ID here. So we have the item, and the item is like, I don't know, it has like 10 items, and we have more charcoal here. As soon as we add this charcoal here, we should be destroying this item that has a different ID of this item. But for some reason, we are destroying the item with the ID that we just stack into. Maybe now my network code is messing up my stack. My stacking IDs. Who was it? Ghost Rider, my friend. Congrats. So watch this. Now, if I take the wood from there, if I put back there, oh, it still doesn't do it. Wait a second. So there you go, guys. So then you don't say that I'm rude. There's the link. I don't have the other link though for the other community. Syrian has that one. I probably have a command for it, I just don't remember. Sorry. Sorry. Man, oh man, this thing gets nasty by the minute. There we go, Syrian, thank you. I am feeling, guys. Let me see. Got your link here. Is this like PG or no? That's looking sweet, dude. That's looking good, man. Still no bugs. That's good, bro. This inventory here, I'm probably gonna take a break from it, guys. Let me give myself here inventory panel, because I may need to rethink my decisions here. So that's happening. And this is the issue with the client being running. This is the issue of the client running the host and the client in the same machine. That's why we are getting this thing. Let me see if that happens in the client. Man, we should have a way to check if we are running like a host mode with Unity. That would help me. See? And the client works completely fine. But since in this editor here we have the server and the client together, the server code runs and the client code runs. Has authority? Yeah, but doesn't matter, because even if I check is server or is client, this is the Destiny soundtrack. No, this is Halo, the one that's playing right now. Like in this guy right here, right? In this code, if I check is server, it's gonna say, yep, I am the server. If I do is client, yep, I am the client, right? That's the issue. One way that we were solving that is do is server. Not here, but because we are, this one is not a network behavior. But if we were in the here, we could say is server and is client, right? So if this is true, it means we are the host, right? And then replicate the clients that said thing. Yeah, right? That's exactly what happens. But the thing is, for the inventory, if there is no one looking at the inventory, there is no reason to replicate those changes to the clients. So for that reason, I don't want the code to run in the client. I'm just gonna send network messages to clients if that makes sense. Imagine if you have a campfire in one side of the world and that campfire is burning and generating charcoal, and you have a player in the other side of the map. I don't need to send updates for that charcoal being created in that inventory for that player, right? So that's the issue. It's being done in a server, but since the server is the client that actually run the client, I need to rethink how I'm doing my code here. I'm probably doing something wrong. But yeah, you're correct. It should happen in the server. Client just sent event to the server. Yeah, you're correct. But there's a little bit more to it. And I got that SQLite again issue. That's what driving me completely nuts, man. Because if I was sending updates to the client all the time, then we probably would not have that issue, right? But then it's just waste. Imagine then you have like 100 campfires and you have 100 players, and then you're gonna be sending, the campfires are on, you're sending like 100. You know, that doesn't make sense. Yeah. Yeah, that's how it's being done. Some game dev. This is how it's being done, but I'm getting this weird issue. I had an idea inventory only updates when a player interacts with it. That's how it's doing it. Yeah, that's exactly how it is, Ghost Rider. So let me show you guys really quick. So let me close this. Let me turn on this campfire here. And I'm not interacting with the campfire, right? So this is showing in here because we are the server, right? So that's why it's showing in there. Let me go here. Yeah, it's still crazy, Ploppy. It's still crazy. I'm probably gonna have to skip this week. I'm probably not gonna be able to stream tomorrow and Thursday because I'm leaving my work really late and then I need to be there next day really early. So yeah, it's messing me up. So we should not get any events here in this client, right? So that campfire, it's doing its thing. You can see in the server side here, the server is stacking stuff to it, but we got no updates. As soon as I open that campfire, then we start receiving updates from the server. See? Updates being fired. See? Now the server sends update to us and let us know the stacks here. And as soon as I close the campfire, I don't need to receive any updates anymore about that campfire. So that's how it's doing. And in the server side here, it's still creating charcoal on the campfire. So now it's 15. If I open this back on, we have 15 charcoal in there. If I close, I get no more updates. But we are 16, right? 17. So if I open now, we have 17. So that's pretty much how it's set up. No, there is no zones. That's one thing that I want to try to avoid, at least for the campfires. There is no zones. It's just based on interaction. If it doesn't matter, I could have 10 players around the campfire. If they're not interacting with the campfire, they are not receiving network updates for it. So I can save a lot of bandwidth just with that. The players only receive the updates as soon as they start interacting with the campfire, right? Are you 2 followers behind KDO right now? 24-hour stream soon? I don't know. I don't know. KDO probably has more followers than I do now. Probably KDO is streaming more than I. Now that I'm working, I'm streaming really, really little now. Cannot stream for long. But yeah, I don't know about 24-hour stream. I don't know about that one. Destiny? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Destiny, we're gonna be doing it. Destiny followers, yeah. Camera's moody. Let me take a look. I need to go, guys. I need to go. Night-night. I need to rethink my inventory. It's being so messy right now. Well, it works fine. Let me see. Dude. Oh yeah, I like the hair. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I need to rethink my decisions here. This is what I want to do. I don't want to send any update at all to the clients. That's one thing that's going to stay the same way. But those little bugs here and there, you know, I need to figure it out how to. And we got stuck here because the other client. NVIDIA. I'm getting too old for 24-hour stream. Yeah, dude, I'm same here. Do you stream as well, some game dev? If you do, dude, go to our Discord. We have announcements in there. I don't know if you stream in Portuguese or in English, but If you wanna tell us when you go online in there, go for it. Let me see who is in here. Okay, I'm gonna be hosting someone. I was supposed to stream, but I'm shy. Nah. Just a stream, dude. Don't save. Just a stream, man. Not gonna save. Everything's saved. We should be able to go. Modular development scheme. Yeah, mine, they still in the same environment. They still in the same scene, but they are not related with each other at all. The UI is the UI and the player is the player, right? But I'm doing something silly. There's something silly. I'm adding items to the UI and I am not updating them correctly. I probably should be calling something else, right? That was done when it was a single player. Now I need to see why in multiplayer maybe that's not being called, or the UI is not being refreshed correctly when the server sends items over, so those items are new, so something like that. Yeah, Claycree, Mr. Syrian, Ghost Rider, Playcraft, Mystic Cities, all of you guys have a good one, guys. And like always, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for all the followers. Dr. Argus, thanks for the sub, man. I really do appreciate. Thank you so much. And all of you guys from Brazil and Australia and USA and Russia, Germany, Hitmax, thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna play one more song and then I'm gonna be hosting someone for you guys. Hopefully you guys like it. He's a really nice guy. But yeah, thank you guys. I see you guys Wednesday. Okay, see you guys Wednesday. Have a good night. Love you all, guys. Bye bye. If I can find my music here.